Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 2020, episode number 3. We have a surprising 3-5 record, but we've been a little bit fortunate on the schedule. We're going to go ahead and start moving that calendar a bit forward. Get through a few games here, and then we have... unable to play. I think that would be because of the injury, I hope. Let's go into the depth chart. And it is, let's go ahead and AI suggest all. So De'Aaron Fox is out with an injury for a few weeks. I think that's what the holdup was on that one. And it was. So we dropped to 3-6 after losing to Detroit. That gets us through the rest of that week. We're going to do one more here and actually get through a full week. 3-7. Close game with Oklahoma City. We're losing every game, but we're not getting blown out. So the team definitely has not been fully gutted yet. There's the win against New York, who's somehow at 8-4. Comment wanted regarding Harrison Barnes. I'm sure I don't have to tell you how good Harrison has been recently. Do you have comment on his hot streak? We'll offer some praise here. It may cause him to get a bit of a swelled head. So attitude increases, but the playing effort decreases. Yay. I do like that feature is in this game, though, for sure. Now, I have looked into doing some trades, and I especially spent quite a bit of time trying to get Dedmon moved, along with other pieces, in order to get a first-round pick. Only a few teams, even with the other pieces, valued him enough to trade a first-round pick. And none of those teams were willing to take on his contract once I was able to work out enough of the details to get things balanced and get both teams to accept. So we're going to move on from Dedmon at this point. We might make him a secondary piece in an additional deal. However, he's no longer going to be the centerpiece going forward. What I'm left with is Bogdanovich or Barnes now as the elder statesman. Buddy Hield as well, but I kind of prefer to keep Hield around, but not necessarily. Barnes, Bogdanovich, though, they are still expendable. The others, Corey Joseph for sure, Dellavedova and Henson, who came across in our previous deal, even though their contracts are expiring, they are, of course, available to send out. So Harrison Barnes is going to be our new centerpiece. And where to begin? Well, let's start with the Hornets. I have no idea who's interested in him, and that by itself is not enough, and I don't think it's going to be. But if we throw in Bogdanovich, just like that, we're level. But here comes the problem, is we've got to now bring some money into this. Salary information is so much easier of a screen to use. Robin Williams could be a thing, but... advantage none. Okay, they like the Marvin Williams idea. Gilchrist could be seen here as a good trade piece, and it is. It takes care of the money, and it keeps no advantage. Let's give it a shot. Not quite enough. Let's see, where are we going in terms of... There we go, Marvin Williams. But yeah, 2.5 stars. It's not that bad. Biombo is actually going to be another really good piece that we can throw in there with the expiring contract that he has. And now we can turn this around. Not sure why that didn't put advantage them, but okay. I don't want to lose that money. Let's try Henson. I think that's a deal that Henson's going to be a little bit better than Biombo and less money. So for them, I think that's a good deal. Still not quite enough. Obviously, the main thing we're getting here is Charlotte's first round pick, and it's going to be a very high pick. So for us, that's a lot of value. A lot of value. Okay, Dellavedova. How about Swanigan? Sweeten the deal. You have at least got to come close to matching the best. Really? You don't value Barnes? Barnes is way better than what you're giving us in return. But they're looking at that first round pick. So that deal's not gonna go through. And here's that tricky part, right? You get to that point where they're willing to accept a deal, and then you get some sort of new boundary, some new barrier that blocks you off. Just like that, Chicago thinks that it's a bad deal. All those pieces. Try the Pistons. Same for them. I think we've got a few too many pieces in here at the moment, though. Yeah, see, there you go. Just like that, we take away. That's our core. That's advantage none. Now we just need a bad contract. Our rookie contract. Nothing there. Langston Galloway. That's going to be seen as a bad contract. About Thonmaker. Yeah, there you go. That's advantage towards them. We're still not there. Still not there on the money. Need a bit more. Tim Frazier. Still advantage them, so go in the right direction. Jackson, though, oof, okay. Okay, we'll give it a shot. We're very far apart. How about if we pull back Frazier? Now the advantage is them just by pulling back Frazier. Not quite enough value. Okay, second round pick. It's my expendable piece right now. We already have 4 picks for this year, and we're looking to upgrade to a first rounder. In the end, I think 3 first rounders is about all we can really afford anyway. Anything beyond that is just bloated. And And here we go again. Their first round pick. They value too much. Did I do that deal? No. Pacers. Okay, advantage them. We're looking good so far. Wow, they've got some quality on their roster, don't they? Justin Holiday, obvious piece to go. I was looking at Patedzi earlier, but financials are a little bit too much. Brogdon. Not quite enough value. This is actually a deal I don't necessarily mind making because we get something in return out of this. Potentially. Oh, getting rid of Swanigan makes you happy. Same with Henson. What about Rashawn Holmes? They don't want Harrison Barnes' contract. Grizzlies. Nope, they don't even like that. The Heat. Okay, the Heat do like it. We just need some money to go with it. Like Deion Waiters, not enough. Dragic. Haslam. That's a bad contract right there. Leonard's a bad contract. It's a terrible contract. That's the Blazers that signed that thing initially. I think Olynyk's probably a bad contract. There we go. Okay, now we're talking. Haslam, Leonard, Olenek for Barnes, Bogdanovich. Our second rounder for their first rounder. That's the main thing, is the upgrade there. And they don't want Barnes' contract. Apparently nobody want Dedmon's contract or Barnes' contract. Alright, well, I'm going to stop that for now. What we need to do... let's see, where is it? Is it in the trade players? It is. There we go. We want to place Barnes, Bogdanovich, Dedmon, Joseph, Dellavedova, and Henson. Maybe not Barnes. Let's leave Barnes off of there. We'll hang on to Harrison Barnes. They don't want his contract anyway. Put those guys out on the trade block, and eventually we'll see some names pop up as the season goes on. And we may even see a few deals coming in our way. Close loss to Washington, just their second win of the year. Definitely a sign of how poor we're on the verge of being. I'm not seeing massive blowouts, but consistent losses. Beat Portland though, 5-10 now. Back-to-back and back-to-back victories puts us both at 6-10. Again, in real life, Portland facing a lot of injuries. November 19. Yeah, let's go ahead and sim. Keep going. We push through another week. Again, this first season is going to be at a hefty pace. Trade offer now coming in from Dallas. Trade bottom offer, 24 hours. Dallas offers Tim Hardaway, Brokoff for Dedmon, and a second round pick. I don't know. Brokoff. What do we have on Brokoff? Hardaway, massive contract. And Brokoff is a 1-star 29-year-old. Well, Hardaway is only 27, but no, definitely not interested. Showing we're the one giving up a pick. That's not even remotely close. $105.74, we knock off Denver, who themselves are only 10-7. So they're struggling in the early parts of this season. Los Angeles, not struggling. Lakers, that's the first massive blowout we faced. They are 17-2. Clippers also, so back-to-back blowouts for us. Oh, he's back from injury. So sorry. Alright, well, I love this one. Bull, Malik Beasley, Torrey Craig for Bogdanovich. Really? I'm almost ready to accept that one right off the bat. Bull has incredible potential, though I'm sure they're going to have him rated relatively low here in game right now. Let's see, where is it? Oh, they got him at 2 stars right off the bat. Okay. And Beasley is 2 stars and just 23. And Torrey Craig, 29, but that's that is the kind of deal I'm looking for. The advantage is none. Yeah, let's make the trade. All right. Now we're wheeling and dealing. So sorry. It's not that he stinks. We need to get him back in the lineup. Maybe I need to set that to auto for now. Okay, so De'Aaron Fox back into 40 minutes. He'll Torrey Craig into the starting lineup, but 24 minutes game. Barnes, Dedmon's still there. Joseph Holmes, Beasley, Henson. Farrell getting a bunch of minutes. We've got nothing for Bull right now. Oh, no. We're not going to do that. We're going to go with... Go for you over Henson for sure. Get those 6 minutes a game in. And we're also going to take those minutes away from Holmes, as he's very young and can develop. I don't know what kind of potential he has. 2.5 star is our first analysis, but oh, come on, where's the shot blocking ability? Did you not watch him play in college? I certainly did. As, an Oregon grad. Until he took that injury 6-8 games into his freshman season. So no, we didn't get to see a lot of him, but holy cow. He's a little bit lanky at, just 220 at 7'2", and that's the fear at the NBA level, at the size. If he was playing every day against a Shaquille O'Neal type player, he'd really struggle, as skinny as he is. But as the position has gone more and more athletic over the years, Bull, as long as he can stay healthy, has a real chance to succeed at the NBA level. I'm actually now curious to see what he's going to be like. I'm going to acknowledge. That was definitely my bad. And we go back into... Let's see. Start at the office. Any changes? These are all still ones yet. Yes, they appear to be. How are we doing on that roster? So Bagley, the only one injured. And then... Still have these core three. Justin James with some potential. Like Beasley still has some potential. Barnes is already there. Denman's already there. Bull moves into the mix. Corey Joseph still needs to go, for sure. And we've got definitely one too many centers now. But there's two on the block. Slightly tempted to send Bull to the G League. It's going to kick off here in a few days. Fairly close loss there. I'm definitely pleased at this point with how much the team's been able to do despite the lack of quality. And plenty of moves to be made still before the trade deadline, and it's going to heat up a lot more as we get closer to that. So, it looks like Fox had 6 games after his injury. That's very much my bad. It's Corey Joseph who started the other 9. Yeah. Dellavedova started 2 of them. Torrey Craig started 1. Sean Holmes has started a couple games. We've had some interesting lineups here. Here's how the team looks so far. 103 points per game. Assists are a little bit better off. Rebounds, not good. 27th in the league. Defense, a lot better. 12th in the league, 104.9. But it's still a negative. Blocks per game is doing well for us. Over 5 games, 7th best in the league. Shooting the 3-ball well and free throws well. But our overall offensive rating, defensive ratings, both around a 106. And like I said before, really not looking that bad. 7-13. It could be far, far worse than this. But as noted numerous times, we are far from having gutted this team yet. There's still a lot to do. It's still enough to be last place in the entire Western Conference, but only by a small margin. And then, of course, you hit that Eastern Conference, and we're ahead of, 5 teams right now? So things are looking very much like real life for the most part. Lakers with the best record. Jazz, second best record. A little surprising. Of course, they're a really good team, but you'd think they'd be a little bit lower on this list. But it's only 20 games or so into the season. A little surprising the Warriors are still managing to have such a good record, but of course they haven't picked up the kind of injuries they've picked up since the start of the season. They, like the Blazers, really suffering from injuries. We do have the Cavs pick. That's the one we've managed to grab so far. So right now that's looking like gold because that's going to give us 2 top picks. 2 lottery picks. Alright, we're going to do one more week here. 8-13. We just beat Milwaukee. Giannis, 18 points in the game. And now the G League has kicked off. It has started. Meanwhile, we lose to Chicago, 113-101. Trade rumor. This was only the other Dellavedova on the trade block. Really? Okay. Admit. You can relax a little bit. Effort and attitude are up after admitting he's on the trade block. Let's go ahead and delete all, clear that out. One last look at the standings as we go ahead and break from this one. And like I said, we're going to start pushing that pace a bit more for this first season. We're already 22 games in, and it's only the 3rd episode of the series. In terms of key dates, now that the G League or Development League has gotten started, our next anything is not until the trade deadline on February 8th. I'm sure by early mid-January, the trade offers are going to really start picking up, and we might find our next offer come in that actually has some value to it. I was definitely happy with that last deal, so it's the first time I've seen another team actually offer an adequate deal. So there is hope on that. It's not going to come down to myself always having to fight and offer trades that way. So take it one move at a time. It looks like it might take a little longer than I was hoping to get these players moved on, but I'm definitely hoping come January and into that first week of February, we'll have a decent chance to make a couple more moves and kind of finish refreshing this roster. That's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.